morning. I'm William Dabbs, principal of Pacifica High School. Here at Pacifica High School, we're very proud of the fact that we have a great group of students and staff who work under some very adverse circumstances. Pacifica High School, which was built for around 2,300 students, now has approximately 3,250 students. So we're almost 1,000 students over. With those 1,000 students come staff members that try to meet their needs. And so under some very adverse circumstances, I think we've done a great job. Our test scores continue to rise over the last 3 years. Our athletic teams are being very successful. Our performing arts program is continuing to develop and grow. We put on several plays. Our band is excellent, our chorus is excellent, our dance program is outstanding, and our art program has done a great job at the district art competition every year. So I think all in all, we really provide a great environment for students in the Oxnard community. Each year, schools are evaluated on their academic performance, and every year the newspaper from the California Department of Education puts out the academic performance index of each school. Pacifica High School has actually grown almost 100 points over the last 4 years from the first time we took the test when we opened till now, and we're at 645. Our goal is 800, and we continue to move in the right direction. Our California High School exit exam is given to students for the first time in their sophomore year, and they must pass that test in both math and English to be able to graduate from high school. Our passing rate this year on the first attempt was 72% for math and 71% for English. That has grown about 20% since we first opened and the first time we gave the test. So we're very, very happy about that. And we hope and we're working hard toward the fact that every student will pass the test by the time they graduate. Probably the most challenging part of being a high school principal is that there's just so much that you have to know about. With so many staff members, so many students, so many different programs, so many needs of students, that you just have to know a little bit about everything. And trying to keep on top of that and trying to communicate with everybody in such a vast bureaucracy is really, really difficult. The advice that I have for parents is to make sure that you stay involved with your child, make sure that you stay involved in their academic achievement as well as their behavior. You need to know as much about them as I know about them on a daily basis, what they're doing, who their friends are, what they're focused on. Because what they really need to be focused on right now is their future. High school is just a transitory step into the rest of their lives, whether they're going on to college, on to work, in the military, anything like that. They need to be making the preparation for their future right now. And remember, they are the ones that are going to determine whether or not they're successful in the future. Your part is to help them there and to motivate them and to keep them going in the direction they need to go. You know, to be successful in high school takes a lot of hard work, and it takes a lot of positive role models. You know, here at Pacifica High School, we certainly wish that we had a higher API, and we certainly wish that more of our students were passing the California High School exit exam on the first try. But everybody has the opportunity to be successful. Recently, we had a young lady who was featured on our daily program here called Triton Talk. Eliana Murillo was accepted to Harvard University, and we did a little story on her. Later that day, she related this story to me, that two young ladies, kind of homegirl type looking young ladies, walked up to her and said to her, "Are you that girl that's going to Harvard?" And she said, "Yes, I am." And they said, "Are you Mexican?" And she said, "Well, yes, I'm Mexican." And they said, "Wow, homegirl going to Harvard." And so Eliana found out right there that she's a role model. She's a role model for every other student on this campus. And every student needs to understand their role model either in a positive way or a negative way. And we work as hard as we can to make sure that all of our students are positive role models for every other student in high school. We have a parent-faculty-student organization which is very, very active on campus, helps us out with a lot of our activities, and is very supportive of Pacifica High School. The parent leadership on that is phenomenal, with Mr. Covarrubias, Mrs. Driscoll, Mrs. Pyle, the foundation that was laid by Mrs. Batista, Mrs. Ayala, and all the things that they did to help get Pacifica High School and the parent-faculty-student organization off the ground are much appreciated. But I'll tell you what, they're always looking for parents to get involved, to help out, because there's so much that we do that we need a lot of help, we need a lot of support. Education for 27 years now. I was a teacher for 9 years. I was a football coach, I was a track coach, activities director, athletic director, assistant principal, vice principal, and now this is the third high school that I've been a principal of. I've been a principal of a school of 600 students and a principal of a school of 3,850. So I've had a lot of different experiences, and I bring all of those experiences here to Pacifica High School. I know when I first came here, I didn't know if the kids in Oxnard would be different from the kids in Fresno. And what I found out is that kids are the same everywhere. They have the same wants, the same desires, and the same needs. And we try to meet those here at Pacifica High School. And my philosophy is really that every kid can succeed as long as we're there to help them.
My name is Rini Rickard, and I'm the proud principal of Rio Mesa High School in Oxnard, and this is my 19th year in education. I started off as an English teacher in the Los Angeles Unified School District at Parkman Middle School, and after 6 years at Parkman, I went to Taft High School for 3 years, where I also was an English teacher and I coached academic decathlon. And then my family moved up to Ventura, and I was very lucky to get my first teaching position in this district at Hueneme High School, where I taught English for 4 years and then became an assistant principal for 2.5. After that, I was transferred to Oxnard High School for a year as an assistant principal, and then I received my first principalship at Rio Mesa High School in January of 2005, and I've been there ever since, finishing up my second year. We're looking forward to the KC. Our students know it's coming. They're looking at it as a challenge. We have traditionally done well, and our pass rates on the KC for the first time takers in the 10th grade, they do well. And we anticipate we'll do well again this year, and we're getting ready for our California Standards test in April. All our teachers teach the standards every single day. Our students know what is expected of them, and we implement our benchmark tests, and we're teaching according to our pacing calendars to make sure that all our students are well prepared to do what they need to do to be successful. So people ask me all the time, why do you like your job? Do you like your job? And my answer to them is always, this is the best job that anybody could possibly have. There's nothing I want to do better. Yes, it's challenging. No 2 days are the same. The many, many things that a high school principal has to do is just unbelievable until you sit in the office and take care of what needs to be taken care of. I wish I could be in every classroom every day, all the time, because that is where the best things happen, is in the classroom with kids learning and grasping concepts that maybe a few minutes ago they didn't even have an idea that they could possibly ever understand. I would love to be at every single athletic event. I'd love to be able to go to every single meeting and talk to all of my students every day and find out how they're doing, not only in class, but what's happening in their lives and what their dreams and goals are, because that's really what it's all about, connecting with kids and connecting with people. And that is why I love my job, even though there are so many things to do. I made a commitment to myself and to children all over, let me be grandiose here, but all over the world, that 19 years ago when I became an educator, that the day that I woke up and said, I don't want to do this anymore, I don't want to go to work, that would be the day that I wouldn't stop being an educator. Well, I am very, very far away from that day. I love being here, I love my students, and if you want to experience pure joy, sit in a classroom and be there when a student who never thought they could achieve at the level that they achieve finally gets a concept. It is the most rewarding experience, and that is why I love being a high school principal. So your child is finally in high school, and boy, did those years go by fast. Well, your child might talk to you about, Mom, Dad, I'm okay, everything's fine, I've got it covered. But please, parents, we need your support in supporting your student. Please check to see that they have homework completed, that they're on track to graduate, that their classes are the classes that they should be taking to get to whatever their goal is after high school. That is so important. Probably the most important thing is for you to be your child's advocate, and they need an advocate and they need a guide, and we're there for them. But if you're there supporting us, support your child, that is wonderful. Also, nowadays, I'm sure you've heard that there are websites out there such as MySpace and Facebook and YouTube, and many of our students are on those sites sharing information about themselves that maybe you don't want them to share. Please be aware of where your child is when he or she is on the internet. There are people out there who may not have your child's best interest in mind, and you want your child to be safe. So please, if you have questions about what your child is doing on the internet, please ask a school administrator, a teacher, the school resource officer. We're all here to help your student be safe and be successful.
Hello, I'm John Saunders. I'm principal at Hueneme High School. I'm glad to have the opportunity to speak to you today. This is my 14th year here at Hueneme High School, the second year as principal. I've been in the district 18 years now as a site administrator, and it's part of my career that I've really thoroughly enjoyed. Prior to coming here to the Oxnard Union High School District, I taught for 15 years in the Alhambra School District at Mark Keppel High School. I taught math and science for many years prior to coming here. Two of our main concerns here at Hueneme High School, as in all other schools, is meeting our API and AYP growth targets. And we're excited here at Hueneme High School that in the last number of years we've done that. We've shown a tremendous amount of growth in our API score. We've done this past year a very close study, a self-study of our student test achievement results. And we've noticed that we've done a very, very good job of raising our students from the far below and below basic levels up to the basic level. And now we're faced with the challenge of moving our students up to the next level, to the proficient and advanced levels. In doing this, our primary concern as for all graduating seniors is that they must pass the high school exit exam. And for students who have not passed that, we're doing a number of things for them. We hold a tremendous number of parent informational meetings. We call the parents in, we meet with them, we inform both the student and the parent just where their student stands, their scores. We've been able to identify the student individual weaknesses and strengths, and then we provide numerous areas for remediation. Students are placed in particular classes designed particularly to prepare them to pass the exit exam. In addition to that, we provide before school, lunchtime, and after school tutoring. We have tutoring groups that are taking place during the evening and also on Saturday hours. Working here at Hueneme High School is, it's a labor of love for myself. I truly enjoy working here, this being my 14th year, and I think without a doubt the thing that brings me the greatest enjoyment of here is just working with our students. The students here at Hueneme High School are second to none. I enjoy them. They are down to earth, very friendly, very helpful, and I just enjoy working with them. And the staff is a very, very close second. I've been fortunate enough here at Hueneme High School, the staff working for me and for our students are truly dedicated to helping our students, and that really makes my job so much easier and enjoyable. If I was asked to give advice to the parents of our students, I think the first thing that comes to mind I'd like to just recommend, and as I always do, I just try to recommend to our parents that they get involved in their children's lives, especially here with activities here at school. We try to make our parents feel welcome and invited to come on campus at any time. We've got 4 grade level student parent centers that our parents are always welcome to. I think it's important that you know exactly what's going on in regard to school and their progress towards graduation. You should know from day to day exactly how they're doing in their classrooms. And It's not like the bill collector with no news in the mail is good news. You need to be alert, and if you don't hear from the school for a long time, that's a sign that something's going on and you need to come in on campus and find out exactly what's going on, because we have multiple mailings going home to our parents throughout the year. And if you're not receiving information here from Hueneme High School, there's a reason why you need to come in on campus and find out why.
Hi, my name is Glenn Lippman and I'm principal at Adolfo Camarillo High School. Currently our enrollment is 2,364 students. What's new starting last year is our statement of we provide a structured college preparatory education. Starting last year with our 9th grade students, we are going to an all-core college prep environment. So we are removing standard and lower level classes. We want all students to get the opportunity to be provided a college preparatory education. Even if they're not, we're raising the bar on all of our students. We provide tutoring and one-on-one tutoring after school, during lunch, and before school regularly. But that is the big punch for our school, is that we are raising the bar on all of our students. Our API last year was 796, which is extremely high if you're in the 700s. Our first goal is to get over 800, which is what the state asks of us. But our goal at Camarillo High School is to get to an API of 850, which is a nice goal for us. And what that means is the higher the number, the more low achieving students are being successful in your school. The magic number, the highest number you could get is 1,000 and nobody's there. But 800s is where the state wants their schools to be at. So we strive to get there and we're close. We're 4 points away from 800 and a little bit after that, 50 points away from 850. So that is our goal. KC tests are given to our 10th grade students, and starting with last year, we had 92% of our 10th grade students pass the KC on their first attempt. And the rest of the students were given opportunities to test in the 11th grade and the 12th grade. We find out the students that did not pass, and we put them into 2 math classes if they failed the math portion, or 2 English classes if they failed the English portion. Plus, we require them to take after-school tutoring. So last year, when we had our graduating class who were held accountable to the KC, all of our students had passed the KC up to graduation time. So we're very proud of that. A new tradition that was started last year by our junior and senior class ASB students was the donation to our school from those classes of an actual 1996 Olympic torch, one of 10,000 that were created for the Run Across America. This is our torch, and we call it the Torch of Excellence. This torch is on display at all of our major events as a symbol of what we stand for at Adolfo Camarillo High School. At graduation time, the torch is marched in to the graduation ceremony by our senior class officers. And then at the end of graduation, it is handed down to the new senior class officers for the next year so that they can carry the torch of excellence on to future years. The most challenging part of being a high school principal at Adolfo Camarillo High School is continually working with student, staff, and parents to provide a positive educational culture. It takes a lot of work from the administration, the counselors, and the staff to provide a culture that is special. The culture that I'm trying to promote for Adolfo Camarillo High School is that a culture of college. We feel that all of our students may go to college. So instead of saying to our students, what are you going to do after high school, we say to our students, which college are you going to? So I tell the students that I want to treat them and create a culture that is just like being on a college campus. So there's a lot of respect to students and staff, and students are allowed to, let's say, wear their iPods or use electronic devices outside of the classroom, which is what would happen in a college situation. At our school, students are allowed to wear any hat that they want and any jersey that they want because, again, that's like a college campus. And with those special situations comes a responsibility for our students to act like they were attending a college campus because we want to get them ready for their college. Advice that I would give parents for our students at Adolfo Camarillo High School is to stay informed and to stay active and know what your children are doing. And I would say for the students and the parents at Adolfo Camarillo High School is spend time learning about college acceptance. For our students, we have many students that go on to college, and it is tough at times to decipher through how to get accepted to any particular college in the United States. I personally have a daughter that's attending Cal State Fullerton, and it took a lot of work in high school to make sure she took the right classes to be accepted in any UC or Cal State educational institution. So for our parents and our students, we are constantly spending time training our parents and our students on what high school courses to take to be ready to be accepted into the colleges that they want to attend to. Also, parents should know that report cards come out every 5 weeks, and so if you're not getting report cards on a regular basis, come to the school and let us know. If you get no news after 5 weeks, you should probably come down to the school and find out what's going on. Stay involved. Our PTSA has meetings once a month, and we average about 25 to 30 parents at each PTSA meeting. We also have parents on our leadership team that helps us make decisions about our school. We have parent booster clubs for our athletic booster program, our music booster program. These are all parents that are heavily involved in our school and activities. So I would say get involved, know what your students are doing, keep the communication between the school and the home going, and if there's any issues or anything that you're uncomfortable with regarding a Adolfo Camarillo High School student, we have an open door policy. You do not need to come down and call and make an appointment. If there's a problem, you should come straight down and meet with me or any one of the assistant principals as soon as you feel you have a problem, because we're here to serve you and to serve your children. So stay involved.
Hello, I'm Dr. Sylvia Rose Lockett Jackson, principal of Channel Islands High School. It's really exciting to be a Raider. I've been a Raider for the past 2 years. What a great school, wonderful teaching staff, wonderful students and parents, and we're excited to just move forward with this school year and future school years. Channel Islands High School enrollment is approximately 2,600 students. Of that 2,600 students, 81% is Hispanic, and the next largest group of students enrolled at our site are Filipino students and our Asian American population. We are, in fact, though, a very diverse learning community, and we value that and we celebrate that. We have the fourth largest API, Academic Performance Index, in the district at about 649. We made considerable gains during the 2004-2005 school year, a gain of about 37 points, which is difficult to overcome. Last year our gain wasn't quite as large, but we're happy that we were able to meet our AYP, annual yearly progress requirement. And we continue to work toward that 700 school, breaking the 700 mark, and being competitive with schools throughout the county and the state of California. Our pass rate on the CASE has continued to increase. The CASE is the California High School Exit Exam, and as you know, this is an exam that all students graduating in the state of, all seniors graduating in the state of California must pass in order to receive a high school diploma. Last year's graduating class, 2006 graduating class, was the first class to be held to that standard. And the great majority of our students meeting the high school credit requirement, our district's credit requirement, and academic course requirement pass that test. But we do have a very large English language learning population, and students whose English is a second language for them who experience some challenges with the exam, or students that have special learning needs that experience challenges. And we continue to be progressive in helping them meet those academic requirements so that they can earn a high school diploma and move on to post-secondary learning and contribute to our community as productive citizens. Our goals are fairly simple. First of all and most, to create the best possible learning environment for the students that attend here. And first on that list is making sure that our school is safe and secure for both students, adults, and of course people that patron our campus. And I think we've done a great job of doing that. I've really appreciated the support of our district administration and our facilities people, Mr. Wenton and Mr. Cunningham and Mr. McFarland, working hard to make sure that our campus is nice. If you've looked around within the past 2 years, you will see that we have a beautiful quad, a wonderful athletic facility, and up-to-date and modern classrooms. This is thanks to well over $15 million invested in this campus alone in the Oxnard Union High School District. My advice to parents, first of all, is to understand that preparing to attend college needs to start before high school. Maybe as early as the early elementary years, but certainly before high school. Stay connected with whatever school your student is attending. Get involved. Encourage your students to become involved in the various extracurricular activities such as athletics or the academic groups such as Academic Decathlon, Mock Trial, Knowledge Bowl, Geo Bowl. Those are all very good extracurricular activities. The key thing for me would be a student that is committed to learning, that's made up their mind that they're going to be a lifelong learner. I don't care to give my age on television, but I will say to you, with the exception of this past year, I've been in school in some way or another all my life. I'd like to see students committed to always learning. Once they figured out how to do something or have accomplished a goal, to be committed to go on to the next step and bring that back to our school. Last year I had the opportunity to introduce a young lady from Mexico. She's the first one in her family to earn a high school diploma. When she came here, she could barely read and write in English. Before her graduation, her English teacher brought to me an essay that was approximately 3 pages that she'd written. She passed her high school exit exam. She earned the credits to receive a high school diploma, and she speaks well of the kind of student that I think schools across America would like to see. Not everyone can have a 4.0. For some students, having a 2.0 is challenging. Not everyone can receive a pass from a quarterback, or shoot 3-pointers, or kick a soccer field goal, or fire off answers in Knowledge Bowl. But everybody that walked through these doors should be able to have some type of positive learning experience and enjoy the 4 years that they've been here. I'd like to see my students all have a positive learning experience at Channel Islands High School.
Hello, my name is James Edwards. principal of Oxnard High School. I'd like to say that as principal of Oxnard High School, being the second largest school in the district, school population of 3,012, faculty 126, assistant principals 4, and I have 8 counselors. I'd just like to say I'm having a very, very good year. It's been a very, very challenging year, being that we're in the midst of going through our WASC accreditation. In terms of our state-mandated test, the California High School Exit Exam and the California State Standards Test, Oxnard High School has done relatively well on both of these tests. In 2001, Oxnard High School was designated as a program improvement school. We came out of program improvement in 2003. Currently, our API score is 682. We made a growth of 7 points. I can honestly tell you, over the course from 2002 to June of 2006, we have jumped at least 78 points. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that we have been able to put in a lot of interventions. We have a very strong tutorial program. Our subgroups are doing extremely well. Our special ed, our English language learners, and our socioeconomically disadvantaged kids are really beginning to show the good instruction that they have been receiving here at Oxnard High School. As we look forward to our next API, we've actually started to form our data team, and as we begin to look at the data, we are beginning to understand that we do have a lot of students that need additional services, and we've reflected that within our master schedule by making sure that kids are in companion tutorial classes, as well as making sure that they participate in after-school tutorial programs. So as we look forward to our next growth target, we anticipate making a huge jump from this past year. Although we were at 675 and we've gone up to 682, we don't really know what our target growth is going to be, but as I told my data team a couple of days ago, that our goal is to hit 700 at the next API. To my parents, I want parents to always feel that they are our partners in this business. Once when we get our incoming freshmen here on our campus, we want to have a very strong working relationship with them to make sure that their student is as important as they are to their family makeup. One of the things that we have found in years past is that if a student is highly involved in school, and if we have parents that support what the schools are doing, then their student will be highly successful. We like to encourage our parents to become a part of our PTSA. We like to see them at our games, our activities. We also like for our parents to come out for back to school and open house. We need your support. This is your school, this is your student school, and our job is to prepare your student over the next 4 years to be successful, where they can either go to a 4-year university, community college, world of work. We need to work together, because without our kids, without our parents, we will not exist. And for the young people, we need to keep them focused. We need to have them come to school. We need for them to be a part of Oxnard High School, and in doing so, we all can be winners.